doing some scouting today just because I need to find more places. I need more options. And I found this spot on this piece that's kind of got this opening to it. Tall grass. And I found a scrape like 50 yards from me that way on another trail exiting this piece. And now I found another one right here. And you go about 10 more steps. And there's another one right there. That one's more fresher than that one, but they're both worked recently. Buck tracks in it. Now we're just working on picking out a tree that we can sit in. And I'm thinking we could get into that big guy right there. Oh, pointing the wrong way. That one right there. Or could potentially even get into something over here too. But I like it. I like it a lot. 2 fresh scrapes off an opening like that. And I just got permission to access back here from a landowner just up the hill, so I can park in their yard and walk down here. I never have to walk through this opening. I can come up this way with the wind blowing like this, like it is right now actually. Money. So, let's go find some more stuff.
The last few days, I've been bouncing around, checking out new public areas, and try to find the freshest sign. The cameras I've got out on public have really started to dry up, and the deer activity out there has slowed down quite a bit. So I've been spending some time scouting, trying to dial in where I want to be once things start heating up in the next couple weeks for the rut. In the meantime, on the better weather days, I've been slipping into that little piece of private ground I've got permission on, just trying to stay in the game, keep learning, and wait for that switch to flip on public. And just maybe one of these hunts turned out pretty nicely.
Alright, it's Tuesday, October 14th, I believe. And we are back at the property that we have permission to hunt on. The same spot that we hunted on Saturday, Courtney and I. We're back to the field edge, where on Saturday we hunted back in the woods a little bit. I've been the bad luck here on this land. Every night that I've not hunted, the landowner sends me pictures of all these deer on the field. Every time I do hunt, there's nothing here. They seem to kind of filter out to my right down here, and kind of filter out in front of us. If you remember, on a couple videos ago, I sat down on that edge where that little buck came out. That trail is only probably 25, 30 yards. However, there's some tall grass, tall weeds in between it and I. So I don't know if I'd be able to get a shot through there or not. We'll have to see if a deer comes out that way or not. I got a pretty easy shot out to the edge of this field here. Well inside 30 yards, so we'll see. It's about 55 degrees, cloudy, rained a little bit today, so you'd think this afternoon they'd be on their feet to come out to get something to eat, so that's the plan. Sit back and hopefully fire an old arrow off this bow here. hopefully this is just the start. And more deer start popping out here in a minute. It's starting to rain pretty good now. It's been raining for about the past hour, but not very hard. We don't have much time left. Legal shooting light left. What we got? I don't know, around 10, 15 minutes left. All that came out tonight was that doe and her 4 fawns, or doe and 2 does and 2 separate fawns. I don't know what it was, but looked like towards the end there she started to get a whiff of me. She kind of stuck her nose up in the air and I started walking towards me. But she never figured me out. She eventually just calmed back down, and they just left about 5-10 minutes ago. So that's it for tonight, probably. It's Saturday, October 18th, and it's a little warm today, but decided to go out and hunt anyway. Sitting in the box blind. Last time I hunted here, Corey and I sat in the back of the field back here in our blind. And then 2 times ago I sat in the tree and I was showing you this box blind that he put up for gun season. Easy setup. Sitting with a buddy today, so it'll be nice and relaxing. We're just gonna sit here and see what happens. Basically tonight, if it's brown, it's gonna go down. That's the plan. We got 4 tags to use up tonight if we want. So, the idea behind this, you guys know the setup of this land pretty well already. There's a trail right here, about 25 yards. That would be perfect. On Tuesday, when I was out here, they came out over here to the right, which would be about 25, 30. So, the plan is something walks out, doe, buck, goose, rabbit, anything, doesn't matter. We're gonna shoot something tonight. So, that's the plan. We're gonna sit back, watch Wisconsin get their absolute ass beaten to them by Ohio State, and hopefully shoot deer.
I would say is, if a big doe comes out, we're gonna be on that fucker like a hobo in a ham sandwich.
Oh yeah. 100%.
You know what? Don't worry about it. Just let him get relaxed. Let him be out here for 10, 15 minutes if it takes. Till you get a good chance. Yeah, that's the doe. That's a nice deer. Yes. Dude, I think you smoked it pretty good. Looks like it was just listen. I think it was a little high, but the angle, I think it was okay. I think it was a little high too, but I think that was a good shot. It was right in the freaking boiler room. That happened so fast. It did so fast. Oh, alright, we got a heroin one. I'm gonna watch it back. Mike literally just said, like 5 minutes ago, he pictures one walking right underneath the stand. And all of a sudden, 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, or 5 minutes later, all of a sudden he's like snapping his fingers, and last year's fawns walk out here, and the bigger doe was back here, and I could see her, but this freaking chair I'm sitting in is so loud. And, so we were just watching her, and she went into the woods off here to the left. And I didn't think she was gonna come back out, and she walked right down the trail that we've been wanting to walk on. I had her for like 25, 27 yards. The shot looked a touch high, but I think it was pretty good left and right. I think it was. It made a pop sound like it hit the lungs. We'll watch it back. It was a good hit. See if I can see what happened, but unfortunately there were the two younger deer were right in front of us. I couldn't move, I couldn't zoom in, so we'll have to see what we got on camera, but either way, let's go. Let's go. See what happens here. It's been about 15 minutes since the shot. I just came out and just went and grabbed my arrow. Looks good. I got blood right at the shot. But we're gonna wait a few more minutes before we start tracking. But looks good, baby. We got her, baby. We were following blood. It wasn't the greatest. All of a sudden we looked up and like, that's gotta be a deer belly. But it didn't look like it. I've never seen a deer die like that.
Its head was all the way banged around.
Yeah.
It might have ran into the tree. Or something.
Joys of bringing somebody with you to hunt. They're just as excited as you are, and they drag their own deer out.
Well, she actually didn't really go that far. We were correct about the shot. It was a little further back than I thought, but she just didn't bleed at all. It was a full pass through, as I showed you the guys' arrow before, but there just wasn't that blood. Mostly probably because I did hit her a little high. It took a little longer to get to the ground, but she's laying here now, boys. Can't thank Haynes enough. It's been awesome to come on out here, and I'll be out here again probably sometime during gun season, but we are officially on the board here in the state of Wisconsin. Now we're going to go after some growth on our head. Let's go.